Dr. Yazan, welcome to Abu Dhabi. You are the chair of Education Committee in the World Council of Optometry. So you are here as a speaker. This is your first time in Abu Dhabi, and or no? And what's your insights and feedback about Ameer Society of Ophthalmology conference for the year 2025, and especially for optometry sessions?
Thank you, Ameer, for hosting me. This is not my first time in Abu Dhabi, actually. In 2012, the World Ophthalmology Congress was hosted here, and I had the chance to present about my research for my own PhD. And this is for my third time contributing to ESO. ESO has grown quite a lot in terms of the scientific content, and I feel optometry has developed quite a lot to an international stage, actually. I was so impressed by the whole conference and the whole content, especially the workshops. We never had such an opportunity to do optometry workshops before. So thank you for facilitating that.
Thank you, Dr. Yazan, for having you as a speaker here. I know that the World Congress of Optometry 6 will be in the Eastern Mediterranean region in 2026. So we are looking forward, and I want to know your thoughts about the WCO6.
Oh, thank you. That's a very good question. Simply, the World Council of Optometry, they have a congress every few years. We never had it in the Eastern Mediterranean region, and we were very lucky that Saudi Arabia has showed interest in our congress. And when they submitted the application, we felt that this is the time for WCO to come to the Eastern Mediterranean region, and Saudi Arabia, we will be very proud to be working alongside them to spread the knowledge about optometry, not just in this region and among neighboring regions as well.
Perfect. So, and we are proud as well because like this Congress will be in the Eastern Mediterranean region, and I hope Emirates as well, United Arab Emirates, will host Congress the same as Saudi Arabia for the next couple of years, inshallah.
I totally agree with you. United Arab Emirates is a leader in eye care and very progressive in terms of optometry as well. And we are very lucky that ophthalmology and optometry are working side by side under the umbrella of ESO, of course.
Thank you. So, Dr. Yazan, I know that you just released in the WCO the curriculum framework.
Yes.
So, I would like to know more about this curriculum framework, and where do you see that this curriculum framework can help the education and can upgrade the optometry curricula in the Eastern Mediterranean region, in United Arab Emirates specifically?
Good. So let me get back one step backward. The World Health Organization has released the eye care competency framework that shows the competencies required by all eye care professionals. Being the World Council of Optometry, we're concerned merely about optometrists. So we thought we need to have specific competencies and outcomes for optometry students that they have to go through. And when they graduate, this is the minimum expected from them to practice as an optometrist. And I feel this framework can be and should be adopted by optometry programs worldwide, especially in the Eastern Mediterranean region. I've just recently knew that an optometry program has started in the UAE, and we've worked with them side by side. They looked at our competency framework, and hopefully they will align with that, and we can all work together to support and raise the level of optometry in the region.
Thank you, Dr. Yazan, for this insight. Finally, I would like to congratulate you. Today is 20 years in education. So, from your experience and from your knowledge, how is the education in the region? How is the optometry education in the region, the different levels? What do you recommend? Any advice for the countries, for the country members of the World Council of Optometry?
Well, optometry education in the
and to
region,
universities as well?
absolutely. Optometry education in the region is actually quite limited, unfortunately. We have Saudi Arabia as a leader having their optometry doctor program with the largest scope of practice. Few countries like Oman and Jordan, they have a WCO level of optometry. However, unfortunately, there are some countries that they are offering some type of an optometry program, but it's not up to what we expect according to the competency framework. I feel that current programs they need to do some internal auditing, especially if in their country if they don't have a council that overlooks the outcomes. Perhaps they can look at the competency framework that WCO has released and maybe to align their programs, upgrade them, because we want the optometrist to serve the patients at the highest level expected in the country. And if there is no harmonization between optometrists in this region, there won't be a mobility of the workforce. And the level of service will be different from one country to the other. So I urge countries that are not up to the expected outcomes as per WCO competence framework to reflect on how they can upgrade their programs to match what is needed from the eye care sector.
So one more question. So as we know that the definition of optometry, according to WCO or optometrist, he should hold a bachelor degree. And in some countries they have like technical license, but the good thing that the ministers they offering the bridging system. So would you recommend this bridging system, or do you recommend the people they have technical license to do the bridging system to hold the bachelor degree? And do you think, according to WCO, the bachelor degree is the minimum requirement to consider the like the person as optometrist or not?
Okay. I don't want to talk about from WCO perspective.
yeah.
Let's talk WHO perspective, which is
Okay.
even higher.
Yeah, perfect.
The eye care competency framework defines optometrist at an advanced level or an expert level. With the advanced level, a minimum of a bachelor's degree of 4-year program is expected or required. If not, a bachelor is an equivalent. For example, in France, they don't have the term bachelor, but it's the same program in a different language and different term. So that's what is a minimum required because of the competencies expected from the graduate. The WCO definition of optometry is aligned with the International Labour Organization definition as well, where optometrists are expected to diagnose and manage eye and ocular and visual issues with a minimum of a bachelor's degree in optometry. What was the second part of your question mainly? The bridging?
The bridging.
Bridging is actually quite important. Let me give you 2 examples, if you don't mind. Jordan, being part of the Eastern Mediterranean region, we always had a diploma program, a 3-year level. We actually, if you go back to the 80s, we had a 2-year opticianry program, technicians, then another 3-year for contact lenses and refraction. But it was never equivalent to an optometry degree. So when we started the optometry bachelor's,
It was like technical more.
it was definitely it was technical. Never was recognized.
It was in university or institute?
No, institutes and colleges.
Okay.
So what we did, and we talked with the policymakers and stakeholders. Jordan is a big country in terms we don't have equal distribution of eye care professionals. So we thought maybe we need to upgrade and have a bachelor's program. But what are we doing with the hundreds of technicians that we have with the diploma holders? We said we'll have a bridging program. We recognize part of the learning that they had, and we created a special around 2 years program, to be honest with you, that will cover the competencies that they don't have in order for them to be able to practice at an optometry level. This program is not unique to Jordan. Even in the UK, many dispensing opticians who have even a bachelor's degree in opticianry, they want to become an optometrist, they have to go through a bridging program of at least a year.
Yeah, because I have received a lot of questions about this matter, and they were asking, like, but we are wasting our time. We are studying again 2 more years. So, what's your recommendation to those people? Because they will see this video. So, what's your recommendation? How we can convince them to study bridging and to get the bachelor degree?
I'll tell you what, it's not just wasting time or the years or the number of courses. It's the curriculum content and the competencies expected. Remember, the scope of optometrists is not just limited to is this one better or two better? You need to do eye health assessment
It's
and
not
management.
refractionist, it's optometrist.
Exactly. We are coming from that refractionist background. However, in order to serve our population, myopia is on the rise.
100%.
How can we be able to serve hundreds of thousands of our children without upskilling the current practitioners? They have to go through this process. But trust me, I've seen so many of my even 55-year-old colleague. He went through the program I taught him. Can you imagine me being younger than him? When he left, he told me, Dr. Yazan, this was the best advice you gave me in my life. I now understand what an optometrist is.
Thank you, Dr. Yazan. I believe you did a lot for Eastern Mediterranean region in education. To my home country as well, Lebanon, you did a great job. You raised the level of optometry. And I always remember your sentence to me, like education before legislation. So thank you for coming today. It's an honor to have you here in ESO 2025.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.